I'd like to start off today by asking the energy critic, Lisa MacLeod, to come up and say a few words. Lisa?
Well, I've had an interesting week. How about you guys? I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say. Kathleen Wynne might want to sue me again, so let me be very clear. I'm going to stand in the legislature again next week, and I'm going to defend each and every one of you on the cost of hydro in this province. I will stand up and defend you on the $1.1 billion gas plant scandal. And I stand on behalf of each of you in demanding that we have a cancellation of the FIT program in that Green Energy Act that is driving up your cost of hydro. Ladies and gentlemen, you've come out here today on a Friday afternoon to exercise your democratic right to protest a government. And you're doing it with 40 other communities across Ontario who are now saying enough is enough, trop c'est trop, it's time to have an election so we can deal with hydro, we can deal with scandal, and we can bring more jobs back to our economy. I see a lot of familiar faces here. I see a friend of mine who owns a business in Barrhaven who was never politically active until about last week. His hydro prices have gone so high that he has had to reduce his staffing hours by 100 hours a week. Shame! That's wrong! Shame! I see people here from other parts of Eastern Ontario who I've met with and who've told me that their old age security check is lower than their monthly hydro bill from Hydro One. Shame! That's not the Ontario I know. I see people here from North Gore who are fighting the massive invasions of wind turbines into our small community because we don't have a say. Locally based decision making needs to be restored. We need to scrap the Green Energy Act. We need to end the FIT subsidies, and we need to ensure that if we are going to proceed with power distribution and supply in this province, that locally based decision making is restored, and that we actually put the best interests of the taxpayer and the ratepayer back in the forefront. So ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, I know there's other members of the Ontario Progressive Conservative team here today, and they're going to share this message. Help is on its way. Under Tim Hudak and the Ontario Progressive Conservative Party, this is what we're going to do. We're going to end that FIT subsidy, as I told you. Bob Chiarelli brags about paying $20 billion for 1.1% of energy. We can't afford it, it's unsustainable, and it's unreliable. We'll end it once and for all. We're going to make sure that there are better and more sensible trade arrangements with Manitoba and Quebec and northern United States. Presently, we're losing $1 billion a year subsidizing people to take our power when we overproduce. We can't afford it, it's got to change, and we're going to change it for you. We're going to make sure that there's sensible trade. And I can't tell you how many complaints I have about Hydro One and OPG. They have expensive pension plans. Hydro One can't seem to figure out how to bill people on a proper basis. They need to be more accountable, just like my friend from Barrhaven who owns a local restaurant. He has to make sure that his constituents or his employees get paid every month, and he also has to make sure when his patrons leave the restaurant that they've left with a bill. If Hydro One can't do it, I think it's time that we monetize them and bring in a corporate culture that's more accessible for the public and make sure that they're more accountable to the people that we represent. So ladies and gentlemen, we have a number of issues we have to proceed with. I'm going to need your help. I know you want change in the province of Ontario, and the only party that is prepared to give you that change is the Ontario PC Party. Here, here. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank all of you for showing up here today, and I want to say thank you you for all of you who are going to be persistent in the next couple of months as we lead toward a provincial election. You need to remain vocal. You need to remain excited about the possibilities that Ontario once has. I remember moving to this province as a young student right out of university. I remember walking down Elgin Street and seeing all of the help wanted signs. We can walk down Sens Mile today and we can see police signs. That's not the Ontario I moved to. That's not the Ontario you know, but that's the Ontario we want to restore in the Ontario Progressive Conservative Party, and I know you share my goals, my values, and our ideas for the future. So thank you all very much, ladies and gentlemen. Real pleasure to be here. Thank you.